welcome back. And if you're new here, then welcome. I'm Tiffany, and here we discuss all things fragrance, fashion, beauty, lifestyle. And if that sounds like your vibe or your zhuzh, then come on in. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing some of my top designer fragrances. But before we get into that, let's discuss my lip combo. Today I am wearing Morph from the Morph Soul collection in the shade Whipped. And I'm also wearing this Morph gel lip pencil in the shade Whipped as well. Now let's jump right in. Today I'm going to be discussing some of the designer fragrances I have in my collection. Believe it or not, my collection is mostly niche, and I used to be a niche snob. So I'm trying to get more into buying more designer fragrances ever since 2015. Well, of course, you know, I started off wearing designer fragrances like Gucci, La Vie Belle, but that was way back in the day, until I stumbled upon niche fragrances back in 2015. Well, honey, let me tell you, I've been a niche snob since 2015 because I always liked my fragrances to be different. I didn't want to smell like anybody else. And then back then, the designer fragrances, to me, in my opinion, they just didn't fit the bill for uniqueness. They were crowd pleasing and everybody had it and you smell like everybody else. But since 2023, I'm slowly coming back over to the designer side because guess what? The designers have been doing their thing. They still ain't the niche for me, but there are some good bangers for the designers. So let's get into some of the ones that I have added to my collection. I added some of these near the end of 2023, and the rest I've added in 2024. So I've just started back into buying designer fragrances. But first up, we have Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana. I spoke about this one in one of my previous videos, but this is a sweet white floral powdery fragrance. And it has top notes of candied lemon and middle notes of panna cotta, which is some type of Italian dessert. And then it has orange blossom and rum. Then in the base, we have vanilla. This has moderate longevity and sillage. You get about maybe 6 to 7 hours of wear out of this one. And it's one of my top gourmand fragrances. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. Let me let you know, everybody's not going to like these fragrances. And before we even get started with the rest of my list, fragrances are very subjective. What smells good to me and what smells good on me, you may not have the same experience. And it's okay. Everybody's body chemistry is different. Fragrances are going to react differently to everyone's body. So what may last a long time on me may only last 30 minutes on you. But I'm saying all that to say is, let's keep that in mind and let's go on with my list. Next up, I have Burberry Goddess. And Burberry Goddess is another gourmand vanilla fragrance. It has top notes of vanilla, lavender, cacao, and ginger. And in the mid, you have vanilla caviar. And then in the base, there's vanilla absolute. So this fragrance has 3 different types of vanilla. One in the top, one in the mid, and one in the base. Vanilla overload. So it is a vanilla forward fragrance. It has a moderate sillage and longevity. And this one is good to be worn all year round. And again, that was Goddess by Burberry. My third fragrance is another fragrance from Burberry, and this is the Burberry Her Elixir. Now, this is a fruity vanilla type fragrance. It has top notes of strawberry and blackberry. And in the mid, we have jasmine. And in the base, there's vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. This is a long-lasting scent, guys, with a moderate sillage. This is a very feminine scent. It smells like a creamy strawberry milkshake. Fourth up, I have the Libre Le Parfum by YSL. Now this one right here has warm, spicy honey accords. This one is perfect for the fall and winter season. It is very long lasting, and it has a great sillage. I'm telling you, when you walk in the room, people are gonna smell you. When you leave the room, people are gonna smell you. This is one of my favorites from the Libre line because, of course, you know, you have the original Libre, and then you have the Libre Intense, and then the Libre Le Parfum, which is somewhere in the middle of the Libre, which some say leans a little masculine, and then the Libre Intense is a little more intense. It has a little more of the lavender in it, but then the Libre Le Parfum is perfection. It's straight in the middle of the Libre and the Libre Intense. This one is perfection. This is your boss babe scent. Okay, Libre is a boss babe scent too, but this one is your boss babe scent with a little bit of salt. This one has top notes of ginger, saffron, mandarin orange, and bergamot. Middle notes of orange blossom and lavender. And in the base, there's bourbon vanilla, honey, tonka bean, and vetiver. Fifth up from the YSL house is Libre Le Absolu Platine. I don't know how to pronounce this correctly, but it's Libre Absolu. There's an L in there. Libre Le Absolu Platine. Okay? No, just Libre Le Absolu Platine. Okay? This is a white floral lavender citrusy fragrance. And this one can be worn all year round. This one has top notes of aldehydes and mandarin orange. In the mid, you have lavender, you have blue lavender, and you have orange blossom. And in the base, there's vanilla and amber. And last but not least, the number 6 designer perfume is Paradoxe Intense by Prada. Look at this. That is so cute. This right here, girls, this is a sweet bomb. I mean, this has sweet, juicy, powdery, fresh accords. It's gonna get you all the compliments. This baby has top notes of pear, neroli, and bergamot. In the mid, you have moss, jasmine, and neroli essence. And in the base, you have bourbon vanilla, amber, ambroxy, and serenolide. Prada Paradoxe Intense is a great transitional fragrance, like from the latter part of the summer transitioning into the fall where we are now, up into the winter, all the way through spring. This is your girl. Well, guys, that concludes my video for today. Please take a moment and drop your scent of the day in the comments. And if you found any value in my content today, make sure you give me a like. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Thank you guys for taking time out of your busy schedule. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you in the next video. Smooches.